Yo guys, what's up? Today we're going to be looking at a donor car with the J series in it for the Acura Legend. I just picked up recently this 2002 Acura TL Type S, and basically the only reason I wanted it was for the engine and transmission, right? Because the J series is a really good proven engine, and the Acura Legend I have that my girlfriend is driving, we wanted to put a better engine and transmission in it. So I bought this car. It's a little rough for wear. We've actually worked on it quite a bit. I'll be getting into why that is here in a second, but basically this car turned into will turn from just an engine swap to now I'm basically fixing all the safety features because my girlfriend's car is breaking down. So what originally started as just needing an engine and transmission has now turned into I have a full other car, but on the bright side it was only $1,000, and the stuff I need to fix relatively minor. I mean, it runs and drives, starts right up, so not a big deal. One thing that did happen when I bought this car is I had to check engine light for a transmission. Shift solenoid was the code. What that actually ended up being was it needing a PCM, so I went ahead and diagnosed that. I'll be showing the diagnosis process here in just a second, but I got that done and went ahead and replaced the PCM, got the key reprogrammed, and here we are. So I'm going to show you the diagnosis process. Okay, so I would just like to quickly show you my diagnostic procedure on how I found out that the PCM was actually the culprit so far, the transmission control module. I believe they're integrated into one, but this is just kind of the diagnostic procedure I went through. So starting out here, we had two codes. We had this one, which is a P1739. We also had a P0740. So basically the very first step is if you have any other codes for a transmission related concern, you need to diagnose that first. So immediately I just kind of threw that to the side. So taking a look at the main code we have focused here, this is the third connector on the computer, the wiring diagram. Or sorry, this is the pinout of the third connector on the engine control module PCM. So basically all it asks you to do is lift the car up, and you're going to be performing basically a couple of different voltage tests. So immediately what we did is just follow the procedure, and it basically just asks, hey, are you getting any voltage between these terminals? And we found, yep, we're getting battery voltage, which at the time was 11.4. That is a little low, but the battery was pretty much dead because it had been sitting for a minute. So, okay, and proceed to step 7. This is where the actual raising of the vehicle comes into question. So raise the vehicle off the ground, set the park brake, whatever you need to get the front tires up and off the floor is basically what it was telling me. So once that's done, you disable your traction control and you run the test again. The key to this part though is you need to be able to get it into third gear. So I just manually shifted down into first, then we went to second, and then once you're in third, it has to kind of see the revs climb down. So after I got it into second, I let the RPM kind of go down, and once it shifted into third, you notice there was no shift. It just kind of had this abrupt jerk, started making kind of a weird noise, and as measured, I got 0 voltage on either of those terminal connections. So here, it says, was there 0 volts? I'm like, yep, there was absolutely nothing. Okay, check the connections. So I did. I unplugged the connector, looked at it. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary. And I went ahead and repeated the test again. The same one here with the wheels off the ground and third gear running, yada yada. Still found no voltage. So at this point, I'm going to have to buy a powertrain control module, put it in the car, get it reprogrammed, and then see what kind of issues we have from there. I'm not sure if any of the internals from the transmission have been damaged from this, but it is possible because of the noises you can hear. So I'm hoping that this fixes it, and if not, it may need some further transmission work. Anyway, that's just the on-paper diag of the actual results, kind of in a story fashion, following what you should get with a correct diagnosis from a dealership. You should have something like this printed out with you, so that's what I did, and I even highlighted the steps to make it easy to read. Alright, so I just got back. We have the key reprogrammed, the car is still here. I didn't really do anything, it's the clip to the last, but anyway, so it's back and running. We're going to take a look at some of the problems with this vehicle now. First thing I got to fix is this tire that came in had a huge bubble in the sidewall, like literally like sticking out that far. You can even see it without there being any air pressure in the tire. So I found this one out back. It's not even the same size, but it'll work for now. The problem is the wheel is all corroded. I don't know how well you can see that. So I have to give it the good old Discount Tire Special and basically grind all this off and then stick some more of this bead sealer on it to hopefully get it to seal. I already did this side. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better. I'm gonna hit this edge while it's on this side, get it all cleaned up so this tire will actually seal. Looks a little better, not perfect obviously, but that's about as good as it's gonna get for now. I'm just gonna reseal this with bead sealer and put the tire on it, call it good. Today's been a pretty good day. Everyone's doing something. We got a K-Series swap, A86 over there, some services and used cars, so definitely not alone tonight, but weight just fell off. I don't know how well you can see it, but that outer tie rod, or inner tie rod, whatever, has quite a lot of play. I can actually wiggle that wheel pretty easily by hand. That's gonna need replaced. It also has some minor oil leaks.
Oh, here we got the homeboy Dallin. No, your bottle wrinkled like that.
Wrinkle yellow. Fuck? Oh, it's I have your brother. Stop it. Creep.
Show me some tongue.
As far as the transmission issue goes, I did go ahead and get a new PCM. I have it put in there. It's kind of hard to see. It is back in there. I had to remove basically the whole interior on both sides of the dash to get access to that. But after that, the check engine light's cleared. The concern I was having at the time is fixed. The only present concern is it does have a whine while driving, but I researched a little bit. Sounds like that's pretty normal on this vehicle. So anyway, new PCM, definitely shot that and got that, and now it's good to go. So basically the donor car is ready. Okay, so that pretty much marks up the end of day one. We did the honor tie rod on the driver's side. I realigned it, restored the headlamps, and I got the car back from the Honda dealer with the program key. So it now starts and drives. And oh, I guess hit the camera with the door. Anyway, and the check engine light goes away. The check engine light goes away. The check engine light didn't go away. And the check engine light's gone again. What happened was down here, when I put the carpet back together, one of the connectors was just loose. So I put that back together and it's good again. So anyway, that basically covers day one. This was originally gonna be a car that was just for the engine and transmission. And now my girlfriend's Legend, the engine is no more. Like it's having issues with oil pressure. It sounds like a tractor. It's not much longer. So this car runs and drives. It has a few issues. I guess we're going to be fixing it up and then basically deciding if we want to run this or buy something new. So I had to get this one good to go anyways, because if this car goes out in the next few days, she's going to have absolutely nothing. So at least this will be in the background, even though all I wanted was the engine and transmission. So had to fix some of the safety stuff like the tie rod. And then I also got to do the motor mounts, because now when you push on it, the torque will actually pull the vehicle this way, and then when it shifts, it'll pull it that way and then this way again. So you kind of have to fight the steering wheel. So that's got to get fixed, and the oil leaks, but not bad for our first day. I really like getting the headlights cleaned up. This car is doing good. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.